Hey, Gritty Kids. Welcome back to Gritty Kids Podcast. I am Miss Erin, and I am so happy you are here with me. Today, I am going to share a very special and very unique book. The title is, But What Can You Do? The authors' names are Arika Parr and Ava Johnson, and the illustrator's name is Misra Karahan. They're all incredibly talented and have written and illustrated really beautiful, important books. The reason I said that this book is unique is because there aren't a lot of books like it. Ava Johnson, one of the two authors, is a kid. Arika Parr, the other author, is Ava's mom. They write books together, which is so cool and special. I am ecstatic to tell you that today, both of the authors, Arika Parr and Ava Johnson, are here with me. Welcome, Arika and Ava. If you would like to share the pronouns you use for yourselves, you can. I go by Miss Erin and use she, her pronouns.
Hey, Gritty Kids, it's Ava.
Hey, Erin. Hey, Gritty Kids. I'm Arika, and thank you so much for having us.
Aw, thank you. What a privilege to get to read with you today.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I want to let our listeners know what to expect during this very special episode. As I read through the first time, I will stop and talk to you a little bit about the story. After we finish reading, Arika and Ava are going to answer a few questions I have for them. Then Arika and Ava are going to read through the book one more time without any interruptions. We will finish by letting you and your grown-ups know how you can learn more about But What Can You Do? And the amazing authors and illustrator that created this book. Just a reminder, if you hear this sound, that means I'm going to stop reading the author's words and use my own words to talk about the story. Then when I play this sound, it means I'm going to start reading the author's words again. If you hear this sound, that means I'm turning the page. If you are following along at home, you can turn the page with us. But What Can You Do? A story for kids about perseverance and positive thinking by Arika Parr and Ava Johnson. Illustrated by Misra Karahan. On this first page, when I open up, I see what I think are dedications. Is that right, Arika?
Yes, they are.
Perfect. Will you mind reading those for us?
Sure. My dedication reads, "Here's to remembering who you are and what you can do, even when it's hard. Fail forward." And then we have a quote. This is one of Ava's favorite quotes and one of mine as well. "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward," by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. And on the next page, do I see that Ava also has her own dedication?
She does.
All right. I'm going to have Ava read that dedication for us.
To my mama, who is kind and sweet and shines bright. To my papa, who helped us with our house. And when I'm sick, he cheers me up. To my daddy, he is very nice and I have fun with him. I love them all.
At school, there is always someone who is great at something. Tyler and Philip can kick the soccer ball really far and score a goal. Mira and Olivia are really good at the monkey bars. Then there's Adrian and Anaya. They are experts at gymnastics, jumping and flying, flipping and bouncing, but especially at doing. This looks really fun. I think I see Ava on the slide. I recognize her from the cover of the book. Ooh, and if I look closer, I can see there are some kids on the playground with some differences we have learned about gritty kids. One kid in the sandbox is wearing a hijab. I bet she is Muslim. And there is a kid playing basketball in a wheelchair. I wonder if he has an injury or a physical disability. There are also lots of different shades of skin. I know how important it is that children's books have smart, strong main characters in them who are not white. Jumping and flying, flipping and bouncing, but especially at doing cartwheels! That is the only word on these 2 pages. I love how the illustrator made the word curvy and big and important. I'm not so good at doing cartwheels. I asked them to show me how to do one. I watched them, I focused, and then I tried it for myself. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Here we see Adrian and Anaya breaking down how to do a cartwheel into 5 steps. That doesn't look too hard, but I know from experience that cartwheels are harder than they look. Feet on the ground, hands up, hands down, feet up, flip over. Here goes Ava. She's trying. Fall down. When I try to do a cartwheel, I just can't put my leg back. I can't put my leg up, and I can't put my legs over. Every time I try to do a cartwheel, I just can't get it right. And it makes me feel super sad and really angry. I can see these feelings on Ava's face. It's really frustrating when we can't do something yet that we really want to be able to do, especially when other kids are doing it and it looks so easy for them. My mom says I should think positive. Ava, you can't do a cartwheel yet, but what can you do? So I thought of all of the things. I love that question. It can be really easy to focus on what you can't do. Wait, that question is the title of this book. So I thought of all the things I can do. There's a light bulb next to the words on this page. I bet that means Ava is thinking or has an idea to share. I can make lots of bubbles when I wash my hands. I can help my mom make our summer plans. I can eat all of my veggies and drink all my water. I can pick up my toys and be a number 1 daughter. I love how the words on these pages rhyme. It makes it fun to read out loud when words rhyme. And wow, Ava may not be able to do cartwheels just yet, but she is good at some important and hard things. With the hula hoop, I am the best. I can earn an A on my sight word test. I can say the alphabet and recite my vowels. I can help with some chores and hang up my towels. When Ava is doing her hula hoop on this page, there are 3 dogs and a cat watching her. I wonder if she really has all those pets. It sounds like she is really good at reading and being helpful. I can play soccer and run really fast. I can be a good sport if my team comes in last. I can read lots of words and make them rhyme. I can try not to whine when my dad says it's bedtime. I can jump rope and do hopscotch. What else can I do? I'd say quite a lot. I can play the piano and pretend to be a pop star. I can put on my seatbelt when I ride in Papa's car. I can help clean up my neighborhood and pick up litter. I can draw a masterpiece with colors and glitter. I can choose to think positive, even when it's hard. I can help my mama barbecue in the backyard. Ooh, I think one of these sentences is really important. Most of us can start to have negative thoughts or feelings when something is hard. We might want to quit. I'm making a connection to the first book we ever read together on Gritty Kids. It's called Gritty Ninja by Mary Nin. I see a thought bubble above Ava's head. She's thinking to herself, I can do this. Even when something is hard, it is so important to try not to give up and to keep a positive outlook. I can touch the bottom of a pool in the shallow end. I can even do a back bend. I can be brave. I can be smart. I can sleep in my own room even when it's dark. And though there are things that I can't do yet, all I can do, I must never forget. Oh, and those cartwheels? It's still my big goal. Getting my feet up and over is harder than you know. But I believe in myself. I'm doing my personal best. I know with patience and more practice, I will have success. I love that. I love this story. It is one I want to read over and over again. Even when I know that being positive is helpful, sometimes I forget and it feels really good to have a reminder. I'm proud of Ava for not giving up, knowing that her best is enough, and believing if she keeps trying, she will improve. Arika and Ava, thank you for letting us read your beautiful book and for being here with us as we read. I would love to ask you some questions now before you read the book again to us, if that's okay with you.
Yes, we love that.
Amazing. Number one. Okay, how old are you, Ava?
I'm 9 years old.
9 years old, okay. And when did you write this book?
In 2023.
2023. Okay, wow.
So, Ava, but tell Miss Erin, why did we even write this book?
Because in kindergarten, everyone in my school, they could do a cartwheel, but like I feel like I was the only one that couldn't.
Mm.
I was crying because I couldn't do one. Oh, I came home crying, and then my mom said, "Ava, let's make a list of the things that you can't do." And then I don't know. This next day, she asked to write a book, and I said, "Sure." So, yeah.
Wow, that's really neat.
And so, when we were writing the list, like, what were some of the things that were on your list?
Like washing my hands, eating all my veggies, touching the pool in the shallow end, or
Because then you were just learning how to do what?
swim.
You were just learning how to swim, and were you proud of yourself?
Yeah,
So when you were writing the list, how did that make you feel?
felt good.
So then how did it make you feel about not being able to do a cartwheel?
It made me feel better.
And did you know that you were going to become an author?
No.
Was that something you really wanted to do for a long time and then you and mom worked together? Or was it just kind of an idea that you guys had one day out of the blue?
Oh, we just had an idea, and then it just came. I didn't know if I wanted to be an author.
You just became one. Well, you are one now, so there's no going back. But what else do you think you might want to be when you grow up?
A firefighter.
No way. That's a really cool job. How long have you wanted to be a firefighter?
This summer.
Since this summer. Okay, what made you feel like that was something you wanted to do?
Because I shadowed one
No way. Like for the whole day or for a couple hours?
a couple of hours.
And did you get to go in the fire station and in the truck and everything? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's awesome. Did you go down the pole?
No, I was too.
Oh, might be a little too far. Okay, well, a firefighter author sounds like a perfect combination.
And she said, Mommy, I've never seen a woman firefighter. I said, okay, say less, Grasshopper. Let's get it. So we contacted the City of St. Louis Fire Department and they let her job shadow. They let her, what they call, throw water. She had a water hose. She was doing the water hose. They let us eat lunch. They cooked lunch for us. She went inside and rode in the fire truck. She was able to lift up the light, like fire hydrants. It was like, they gave her like a honorary like hat. It was amazing.
Okay, what was it like? And be honest here. What was it like to write a book with your mom?
It was good.
Yeah. Was it easy the whole time? Do you feel like you agreed on everything, or were there parts that you guys had to change based on what one person thought?
Well, it was a long time. Like it basically we were ready to publish it, but then something just happened, and then somebody didn't want to. Like they were scared, and I told them that don't be scared or whatever. Don't be
Oh,
scared, and then then we just finally published it.
oh my gosh. Okay, so there were some setbacks to getting it published, but you persevered, which is literally what your book is about. That's incredible. Okay, so you didn't do the illustrations because it says illustrated by Misra Karahan. Is that how you say her name?
Mhm.
Do you know the illustrator?
Well, not like know her personally, but we know her like a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Okay, what's your favorite page in the book, Ava?
I like the sewing page and then the backbend one.
Okay, the swimming page, is that what you said? And the
Yeah.
yeah, let me look. The swimming page and the backbend one. Okay. With the illustrations, did mom talk to the illustrator and then they showed it to you when throughout the process, or did you get to talk to the illustrator?
Well, my mom did, and then she came to me and said, "Do you like this?"
Oh my
Usually,
gosh.
she did it by herself.
Okay, but that's pretty cool. You got to be a part of that. That's amazing. Do you feel like the Ava in the book looks like you?
Yeah, I got to pick it out.
Really? Okay, that's really cool. And tell me about Mama and Papa. Who
Uh,
are they?
they're my grandparents.
Oh, okay. Do they live close by?
Yeah, my grandma, she lived like 8 minutes away.
Oh my gosh, great. I feel like I could just tell that she and the Pawpaw seemed pretty cool. Okay, I'm almost done with questions for you. I just have so many that are coming into my mind. So, does mom say to you, what can you do?
Yeah, well, when they're trying to like publish it, she like in the beginning she said, "But I mean, she didn't say, "Well, what can you do?" She said, "What can you do to
Yeah.
like you can't do it yet, but what can you do?"
Well, right. And I just love that. I think that that's really cool. I have two kids, a 6 year old and a 3 year old. And my 6 year old, she's always telling the 3 year old what not to do. And so I always say, tell him what he can do, which is a little bit different, but just that little shift. Your mom is very smart. That's a really good way of thinking about it. Okay, my last question. I remembered the play. Will you tell us about that?
Well, yeah. So basically, our play just like I'm pretty sure they emailed us or whatever, or emailed my mom, and then they said, "Can we make your book into?" Well, she asked, "Can we make our book into a play?" Then I don't know what happened, and then they said, "Yeah, of course." And then like I got to pick out the actors, and
No
I made
way.
my own song in it.
What? Okay, that is really, really, really special. Will you tell me about the song?
Song. Well, it was like a bit of our idea. It wasn't like exactly like perfect, but like it was like a little bit of an idea, and then we
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's the greatest and biggest things start from just a little idea. So, I love that you got to share your wonderful ideas.
It is so cool. I'm really excited that me and Ava's book and Ava's story is jumping from the page to the stage, as they say. And it has been adapted by a wonderful woman named Maya Gary and produced by a local children's theater company here in St. Louis called Metro Theater Company. And it's amazing. They have characters Ava, Mommy, Daddy, Mama, Papa, and Olivia. So Olivia is mentioned in the book as well, and it's Ava's best friend in the book and in the play. And it's just been amazing. Obviously, perseverance and growth mindset are the pinnacles in the play, like the top things that we focus on. But they also incorporated another aspect of me and Ava's life, and that's co parenting. Ava has two homes. Me and her dad do not live together, and I'm sure that there are some gritty kids out there that might have similar situations. And so, just like Ava and you, mommy and daddy don't live together. And that was hard for Ava, especially in the beginning, right? And so that's where also when you need maybe some support to talk to different grown-ups about how you feel. And so that was helpful, that when we would maybe talk to a different grown-up, maybe we talk to daddy, Ava could talk to daddy and mommy is there, or daddy and Ava could talk to mommy and daddy would be there to support. So the play talks about co-parenting and introduces the idea, or at least gives the definition of what co-parenting is to kids who are living it and they might not even really know what it is, right? So in the book, Ava has a literal cartwheel of doing a flip, getting her hands on the ground and her feet up in the air. That's her cartwheel. But for a lot of grown-ups, we have cartwheels too, and it's not a flip, but it is a challenge, right? And so in the book, Ava's challenge is a cartwheel, and in the play, cartwheels are a metaphor for a challenge. So, what is your challenge? And as adults, and I can speak for myself, my challenge is co parenting, or my cartwheel is co parenting. And the more I do it, the better I get at it, just like Ava. So in the play, it's wonderful. It talks about cartwheels of all sorts. And it also highlights co parenting. And we were able to do a performance at Ava's school. And one of the most heartwarming things was when the character Ava on the stage talked about having two homes. A lot of the kids in the audience said, "Me too," or they said same. So it's a real life thing, and it's an important message to share.
Oh my gosh, I might have to come see it because I don't know, that's really special. So they're both performing at a theater, and then the crew of actors are going into schools and they're going to be performing in schools near you.
Have you seen it?
Well, yeah, I have seen it too.
Have you? Okay. Have other people seen it or just
Yeah.
you and mom?
Where did you see it
Oh,
last
I
week?
saw it in my school.
No way. Okay, so you're a celebrity everywhere and especially at school now. Do your friends just think it's so cool?
Yeah.
So, did your friends know that you and your mom were writing a book together in 2023?
Well, I kind of told them a little bit, but my mom didn't really want to tell anybody.
Oh, sure.
She wanted to keep it a surprise. But
Yeah.
I did tell my best friends. So
Okay. And did they believe you, or were they like, no way, you're not doing that?
they believed me.
Oh, yeah. That means you're pretty honest, I think. Well, you are so fun and so amazing. I'm so happy that I got to chat with you and listen to your wonderful reading. Is there anything else that you want to share with me or with gritty kids who are listening?
So we're making a second book. It's not I'm more like anger, like when you feel angry.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just want to reiterate that for gritty kids. Ava just shared that they are writing another book. Amazing. Okay, after that book is published, do you think you could come back on Gritty Kids and read it with us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Arika and Ava, thank you for letting us read your beautiful book and for being here with us as we read. All right, now we are going to have Ava read us the whole book. She's going to read the whole way through from the beginning to the end, and she won't stop and interrupt like Miss Erin always likes to do. So you can just sit back and listen to this author read to us. Go ahead, Ava.
Ava and Mommy presents But What Can You Do? A story for kids about perseverance, positive thinking, and a growth mindset. By Arika Parr and Ava Johnson, aka me. Illustrated by Mishra Carahan. To my mama, who is kind and sweet and shines bright. To my papa, who helped us with our house, and when I'm sick, he cheers me up. To my daddy, he is very nice, and I have fun with him. I love them all. At school, there's always someone who's great at something. Tyler and Philip can kick the soccer ball really far and score a goal. Mia and Olivia are really good at the monkey bars. Then there's Adrian and Anaya. They're experts at gymnastics, jumping and flying and flipping and bouncing, but especially at doing cartwheels. I'm not so good at doing cartwheels. I asked them to show me how to do one. I watched them, I focused, and I tried it for myself. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, Step 5. Feet on the ground, hands up, hands down, feet up, flip over, fall down. Now I try to do a cartwheel. I just can't put my leg back. I can't put my leg up, and I can't put my legs over. Every time I try to do a cartwheel, I just can't get it right. It makes me feel super sad and really angry. My mom says I should think positive. Ava, you can't do a cartwheel yet, but what can you do? So I thought of all the things I can do. I can make lots of bubbles when I wash my hands, and I can help my mom make our summer plans. I can eat all my veggies and drink all my water. I can pick up my toys and be the number one daughter. With the hula hoop, I'm the best. I can earn an A on my set words test. I can say the alphabet and recite all my vowels. I can help with some chores and hang up my towels. I can play soccer, run really fast. I can be a good sport if my team comes in last. I can read lots of words and make them run. I can try not to whine when my dad says it's bedtime. I can jump rope and do hopscotch. What else can I do? I say quite a lot. I can play the piano, pretend to be a pop star. I can put on my seatbelt when I ride in Papa's car. I can help clean up my neighborhood and pick up litter. I can draw a masterpiece with colors and glitter. I can choose to think positive even when it's hard. I can help my mama barbecue in the backyard. I can touch the bottom of the pool in the shallow end. I can even do a back bend. I can be brave and be smart. I can sleep in my own room even when it's dark. And though there are things I can't do yet, all I can do I must never forget. Oh, and those cartwheels are still my big goal. Getting my feet up and over is harder than you know. But I believe in myself. I'm doing my personal best. I know with patience and more practice, I'll have success.
Yay! That was amazing. Okay, couple questions for you. First one is, can you do the cartwheel yet?
Yeah.
No way. That's amazing. I don't think I ever really could do a cartwheel. I think I might have given up because it was so hard, and then now I'm a grown up, so I could still do it if I really tried, but okay, that was so beautiful. Your reading is really fantastic. What grade are you in?
Third.
No way. I thought for sure fourth grade. Sounds like fourth grade reading to me.
Well, Gritty Kids, thank you so much for joining the podcast. And I'm so excited to read me and Ava's book. It's called But What Can You Do? A story for kids about perseverance and positive thinking. Written by me, Arika Parr, and my 9-year-old daughter, Ava Johnson. Illustrated by Mishra Carahan. At school, there is always someone who is great at something. Tyler and Philip can kick the soccer ball really far and score a goal. Mira and Olivia are really good at the monkey bars. Then there's Adrian and Anaya. They are experts at gymnastics. jumping and flying, flipping and bouncing, but especially at doing cartwheels. I'm not so good at doing cartwheels. I asked them to show me how to do one. I watched them. I focused. And then I tried it for myself. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Feet on the ground, hands up, hands down, feet up, flip over, fall down. When I try to do a cartwheel, I just can't put my leg back. I can't put my leg up, and I can't put my legs over. Every time I try to do a cartwheel, I just can't get it right. And it makes me feel super sad and really angry. My mom says I should think positive. Ava, you can't do a cartwheel yet, but what can you do? So I thought of all the things I can do. I can make lots of bubbles when I wash my hands. I can help my mom make our summer plans. I can eat all my veggies and drink all my water. I can pick up my toys and be a number one daughter. With the hula hoop, I am the best. I can earn an A on my sight word test. I can say the alphabet and recite my vowels. I can help with some chores and hang up my towels. I can play soccer and run really fast. I can be a good sport if my team comes in last. I can read lots of words and make them rhyme. I can try not to whine when my dad says it's bedtime. I can jump rope and do hopscotch. What else can I do? I'd say quite a lot. I can play the piano and pretend to be a pop star. I can put on my seatbelt when I ride in Pawpaw's car. I can help clean up my neighborhood and pick up litter. I can draw a masterpiece with colors and glitter. I can choose to think positive even when it's hard. I can help my mama barbecue in the backyard. I can touch the bottom of a pool in the shallow end. I can even do a back bend. I can be brave. I can be smart. I can sleep in my own room even when it's dark. And though there are things I can't do yet, all I can do, I must never forget. Oh, and those cartwheels, it's still my big goal. Getting my feet up and over is harder than you know. But I believe in myself and I'm doing my personal best. I know with patience and more practice, I will have success.
Yay! Oh my goodness. I've loved every single minute that we've gotten to be together and share space today.
Thank you, Erin.
Well, really, you and Ava are so inspiring. So thank you again for spending time with us today. We absolutely love both of you and your book and are excited to figure out how we can go see the play as well.
Thank you, Erin, so much for having us. It was such a pleasure. Our first podcast ever. Yay! Thank you, Gritty Kids, for listening and reading along with us. We really enjoyed our time here and we cannot wait to do it again.
If you would like to learn more about But What Can You Do, Arika Parr, Ava Johnson, and Misra Karahan, there are links at the bottom of this episode that a grown-up can help you open. Thank you for reading with me.